Hey everyone, this is Michael with a general reading for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of June 2020. I do hope that this video finds you well and in relatively good spirits. Obviously there is a lot of intensity coming up in the collective right now with the protests, as well as just everything else that has been going on this year. I do apologize that these videos are coming out a little bit late. Some of you may have noticed on my other social media, if you follow me there, that I've actually been participating in the local protests in my area, and I've actually been sharing some of my experiences and perspectives. So if you're interested in that at all, I recommend following me on my Instagram. I do have a post there already kind of talking about things, and I also have a blog post that kind of references what's going on in the grand scheme of things, but it's more focused on the astrology. Regardless, all of those links are down below, as well as links for personal readings and Reiki sessions. I'm going to be offering Reiki at 25% off throughout the month because we do have some major eclipses that we are going to be going through. We have 2 eclipses, 6 retrograde planets, and a Pluto-Jupiter conjunction that is occurring right at the end of the month. And it's kind of an intense energy. I think we're already feeling it. We're already in that wave. And so if you feel like you just need a little boost or you kind of need to clear out some things for yourself, Reiki can be very, very helpful for that. And you can use the discount code ECLIPSE at checkout and you will get the 25% off. So I hope you all are able to enjoy and appreciate that. I do also have a blog post, as I mentioned before, for the astrology for this month. I will be incorporating some of that in the reading itself, but if you want something more comprehensive and more thorough, I definitely recommend checking out that blog as well. So let's do a little bit of shuffling here for you, Capricorn. Let's see what we have for the month of June. As I am shuffling the cards here, As I am shuffling the cards here, I just want to disclaim that this is a general reading, meaning not all the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. It is up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what applies to your own life and what should be left behind for somebody else. If this video just doesn't really resonate very strongly or you'd like greater clarity on something, you're also more than welcome to check out the videos for your moon, rising, or Venus sign. And if you don't know what those are, I provided a natal chart calculator in the description box down below that should be able to help you out. So let's see what we have here. We're starting off with the 2 of Swords. You know, some delays, maybe feeling a little bit stuck. Who isn't these days? And you might actually be feeling torn between a decision that you need to make. And with the 7 of Wands, this is actually kind of showing up in your emotions, in your heart. Some of you actually do feel like you need to stand up, and maybe you are participating in protests as well. Maybe you are using your voice to speak out against injustice. It could also just be you feeling like you're being attacked, that there's a lot of things coming at you at once, or that the energy is just very overwhelming and that you're kind of defending yourself. And I'm even sort of seeing you guarding your own heart here, Capricorn, and that's kind of interesting. We do have a Page of Wands in the reverse here as well. Some of you might be feeling a little bit creatively blocked or just a little depleted, maybe because you're so focused on other things that it's a bit hard for you to really go forward with a lot of energy and really access that momentum that you'd like to. I would like to pull an animal card here just to kind of clarify a little more. The Crow. Interesting. Yeah, this is really a month, especially the first half of June, for you to really focus on your intuition and really get back in touch with that vision. Some of you are needing to speak. Some of you are being given messages, and you might be guided to share those because Crow is a messenger. But I'm seeing this 2 of Swords, and even though she's guarding her heart in this card, I also feel like you're kind of blocking your throat as well. So what is it that you aren't saying? And if it feels like you're just not able to move forward in a certain area in your life, it could just be the universe kind of forcing you to meditate here. And also finding your people. And I talked a lot about this for 2020, especially for the month of June. And again, if you're interested in the astrology, you can read about that in the blog post down below. But with the crow, I kind of think of that murder of crows, you know, that group of crows, people who share your magic, who don't shun you for being a little different or even a little bit dark or too deep. Let's see what else we have. And I'm trying to think, we do have a lunar eclipse on June 5th. So that's coming up in just a couple of days. And that lunar eclipse is in Sagittarius, which is your 12th house, your house of spirituality. Some of you really are having some pretty intense spiritual downloads around this time. You might be really facing your own subconscious, doing your shadow work. What else do we have for you? Looking at the second half of June, we have the Three of Cups. Feels like some sort of celebration or rejoicing. Coming together. Maybe after spending some time social distancing or spending time in isolation rather, you're coming together with people that you haven't seen in a while. And with this Hanged Man in reverse, I actually do feel like you're seeing the ways that you're holding yourself back. And that a lot of this stuck feeling is actually a pattern that you're engaging in, and that might become very clear with Neptune going retrograde in Pisces, because that is kind of the way that we sabotage ourselves with Neptune in Pisces, or the way we use escapism to not address our reality. And when Neptune goes retrograde, we kind of get pulled out of our dream world a little bit. We see things very clearly. There's actually going to be a lot of revelations. And I feel like Scorpio, Capricorn, you're feeling and seeing the ways you might have been holding yourself back and not even realizing until now. You do have the Ace of Wands with the Ten of Wands, which is interesting. I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to be putting in a lot of effort to make something happen, but you're going to have the passion, you're going to have the energy, you're going to be getting unstuck in some way. And this might even be leading into July. You do have, we do have a full moon eclipse, I want to say July 4th or July 5th, and that is in your sign, it is in Capricorn. You're going to be getting a very big energy boost. And it's going to be the last eclipse in Capricorn for a while. We've been in this Cancer-Capricorn eclipse cycle since July of 2018. We are closing it out as we are now going into the Sagittarius-Gemini cycle here. And this is going to be a really spiritual time for you. And you are going to be changing your life a lot. You are going to be changing your routines a lot. And you might be putting a lot more effort into something, changing your routines, and it might feel a little overwhelming at first, but you have the momentum here with this Ace of Wands. You have this passion, you have this spark. Even though you are carrying a lot of burden, it's almost like you want to do it. And maybe this is you, again, it really could be you stepping into some sort of activist cause or group, joining protests, finding these causes that you speak to. I am feeling that's important for some of you. And I know there's kind of a lot of people in the New Age, in the spiritual circle, who they take a very sideline approach to things, and there's nothing wrong with not being a frontline person. It's really not meant for everybody. But I do think there is a lot of spiritual bypassing. And a lot of people who will kind of criticize activists or criticize tactics. And instead of being the change or even practicing what they preach, you'll just sort of see people who are content just kind of observing, making commentary. And I feel like, Capricorn, you're really bringing something into action. You're really making things happen. And it's almost like you're done holding yourself back. And it might not always feel easy, I'm not gonna lie. It might feel like a lot of effort, especially at first. Let's see here. And I do want to pull one more animal card for you. The dragon, yes, finding your inner fire. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is the card of the solar plexus as well, finding your passion, your willpower. And you really are seeing things from a new perspective here. And finding your power. I really do feel like, again, you are working hard. It is going to take some effort. It is going to take some energy, but it's like you're making something happen towards the end of June and maybe even into July here. And it could be something that you've been working on for a very long time or persevering with for a very long time. You finally have this celebration, this culmination that does sometimes happen around full moons. It can be a reaping. So let's take a look at the Starseed Oracle here now. What are the other messages for Capricorn? Beautiful. This is the perfect card. Double mission. Lightworker Starseed. Serve the world by being you. Definitely. I really feel like you are taking on this mission, and it's not only serving humanity, it's also helping you grow. Maybe even step out of your comfort zone a little bit, but I actually think that this is really, really important for you, Capricorn, and it feels like it's involving your life purpose here with this double mission card. So that's really interesting. Let's take a look here. So Lightworker Starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way. Their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something's wrong or missing, or that they're forgetting something important. It's common for Lightworker Starseeds to feel that they're different, and they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. What was I saying? Capricorn, I really feel like some of you are actually going to be stepping into your activism a little more, or stepping up that game. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in or spending time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it even more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions and joys, and keep doing that. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up, and then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. How can you serve the world by being you? I love this. This is absolutely great, and it really just ties into the whole reading where we've been talking about you finding this passion, this inner fire, and actually sharing it with the world, breathing that out. And I know, I feel like this is going to be very unique depending on who is watching this. This is obviously a general reading, but it feels like with all the energy that is moving in your 12th and 1st house, it's like you really stepping into the reason of why you are incarnate, why you are alive. And that's some really profound energy, Capricorn. And you're really stepping into your mission, whether that's spiritual, whether that's political, or something else. And that's pretty much all I have for you. That feels pretty clear to me, to be honest. I do hope that this reading was helpful for you, Capricorn. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below, what you think this mission is for you, what it is that lights you up, where you feel like you're supposed to bring your energy. There are a lot of light workers who are supposed to be shedding their light in the world at this time. It's not time for us to hide in a closet and wait for things to pass. We do have to be sharing our voices, so I hope you're feeling inspired to do that. And of course, I have all of my links for my services, and you can get a 25% discount using the code ECLIPSE for Reiki sessions. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Capricorn.